Hey, what's going on, everybody? I have been asked many a time in the past few days, more Kuva videos, more Kuva videos! So, I figured we'd start things off real quick. This is going to be a basic Kuva 101, how to just Kuva survival solo, very basic, simple, ShieldDesekros, easy mode stuff. Nice and simple. You gotta do a little work and kill stuff yourself, but it's a very easy build, it's a very easy concept, very simple to do, and it'll get you through. Once you get the feel for it, the first 30 minutes like clockwork. So that's one of the ways that I got started getting to this 2,459,241 Kuva, and I figured in honor of the new announcements of the primes coming out, would start off looking at the current Ekravexidix status chance, crit damage rather, electricity damage to Grenier, currently sitting in my regular current. Whether or not that's going to stay with those stats when it sits in prime remains to be seen, but, and as you saw there, I definitely did not. As you saw the little pop up at the end there, that's the DE says you can't have any more ribbons. So again, we're doing Kuva survival, so obviously Smita by default, always. Doesn't matter if we're trying to use a bonus for anything else. I use Orthos Prime with my Necros at the moment, just because Slash and Viral and Necros, you know, same reason I use Piranha, except I have Corrosive on it. And I was talking about this earlier with different, you know, in re-leveling my 14 Forma, currently, Ignis Wraith. I'm going to go with the Viral Hunter Munitions build that I was talking about I've been running. A friend of mine recommended to me the other day, and I tried it, and I kind of really like it, so I want to kind of test it out at this level too, and kind of see how it goes. So this is the setup for Necros. The goal here, right, is at 214, this is actually why I put the numbers in, is so that I wouldn't forget these. So see, solo Kuva, 214, 90. At 214 power strength, which as you can see, I'm sitting at 226 right now. But if I remove this, it drops to 211, which isn't quite enough. So I still need to keep power drift there. I haven't maxed blind rage yet, which is what is making that little bit of difference. Once I max blind rage, I can move to a different Exilus. But until then, power drift stays. I used to run corrosive projection, but with the recent changes to everything, it kind of negated the necessity of that. All right, and so here's the basic concept of the build: is you're using Despoil, the augment for your 3, so that rather than spending energy, you're spending health to double the loot. Immediately, you pick up health orbs to trigger health conversion, granting 450 armor. And then it happens again, and you pick up another one almost immediately, and another one almost immediately. And you've stacked that up to 3 times. So you're now up to 1350, plus the 125 that you started with. So you're sitting at like 1450 armor, something like that. And then you pop your 4 Shield of Shadows, which once you hit that 214 strength or higher is going to cap out at your 90% damage resistance. And Arcane Guardian for on damage, that's right, 15% chance of 900 armor. So essentially, you basically turn into an unkillable tank with an army of shadows to murder things for you, and you just mop up what's left. It's really convenient. When I move away from power drift here, and I have the option, because of blind rage being maxed out, I will likely run either handspring or pain threshold as needed, toggling back and forth, possibly cunning drift or speed drift, as both Necros' 3 and 4 have cast time animations, so cast speed on him is really, really helpful. Incredibly overlooked, because nobody's got room to slot natural talent, but incredibly helpful nonetheless. And all sorts of other fantastic eggless options that become viable. The rest of the build really doesn't matter. I run generic for, you know, all the energy regen. Like I said, Smita, and really, selected item has not been yet been loaded. I've never seen that one before. Okay then. Apparently they don't know how to load my kitty. Well, that's my new little lich that I just got from a buddy of mine. I have that one is a toxic Kuva Kraken. What the hell am I doing? Kuva survival. Where's the damn fortress? That's the problem with the fortress. It moves around. I'm like, where? There it is. All right, here we go. All right, so we already got the basic concept of the combo. Is you're just stacking armor. The armor stack gets massive. And
set off the alarms to draw them out.
Once
then steal their Kuva catalysts.
4 is up,
predictable.
Between
As expected, Grenier have shut down the environmental systems,
combination
sending modified life support
of
capsules.
the armor
Use these to sustain
and
your environment or
the
attach Kuva catalysts to begin harvesting.
damage resistance from your 4. Basically, you have nothing to worry about. Look at this. I don't even know where these guys are. Alright, I'm trying to get to this capsule real quick before things settle. There we go. Alrighty now. So as you can see, that Shield the Shadows just popped up in the top right. You see 90%. That's our damage resistance stat currently. This is Arcane Guardian proc. And I'm going to 5 out here real quick so you can see that first buff with the X3 is our health conversion. And then that shield shadow shield 90%. One downside to the move of the Hunter Munitions viral setup that I'm using is that I've lost Shred in the mix. So that's like
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area.
It's a trade-off.
Activating it will buy you more time.
And the harvester is just about done.
Has finished.
Yeah.
Collect the Kuva.
Shoot, I keep forgetting to grab the other one. I should have been doing that already. Wow! They fixed the hole in the tile set, which, like, you know, there used to be a hole up here in the wall. Right there, in fact. Remember you used to be able to come through right here? Well, that hole is apparently gone now. So, like, that's hella frustrating. Because, like, I used to make really good use of that. That was really helpful for me. You know? I mean, shit, man. Now you gotta run around, remember where shit is. Like, this map's confusing enough. At least some of it's consistent. Like, this thing is still the same. That guy's already dead. His capsule ain't even there. The other thing, too, is that in an ideal world, you make it so your shadows never actually die. You just, you know, they get low on health and you recast. So by the time they're about to die, see, unfortunately, I'm down to 7 now. 5, 6. So it's going to give me 7 when I cast and get me back to 90. But as soon as one of them dies, I'm down below 90. So I want to keep all of them alive, if possible. I'm shooting at my own guys. It's kind of difficult to show you the effectiveness of this Hunter Munitions setup when everything just dies when I look at it. You can see that there's slash procs now instead of, in addition to the other procs. And with the change in how viral damage works, where it amplifies the damage that the enemy then takes for the the next X amount of time, it gets kind of bonkers when you think, like, as you begin to stack those and slash ticks on top of them. Let's see. That's one of the other downsides about this whole Kuva map is like, oh wait, where do I go again? Okay. Oh, I gotta run 300,000 miles to the other side of the map.
I've delivered another life support capsule. Commencing Kuva harvest.
Interestingly, we were enough ahead of the game that when that we actually beat the capsule there. This is one of the moments, actually, this particular one is usually where I love having punch through, because I can shoot people like that, through that door. It's like, oh, are you on the radar yet? Are you on the radar? Are you on the radar? Bang, 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 bang. Alright, well.
When you're ready, go to extraction.
So we're gonna just put these guys back up. There's only about 10 minutes left on, or 10 minutes, 10 seconds left on that harvester, and extraction is over here. So we're just gonna bail at
support on the way.
5 minutes.
A harvester has finished. Collect the Kuva.
Side note, operator dash is like if you're not using it, silly. So that was 4,000 Kuva in 5 minutes. To be fair, that's 4x, because that's, double resource weekend and double, my regular boosters. So that's actually 1,000 Kuva. But that's 200 a minute. That's not, can't really knock it. And that's by yourself. You just spent absolutely 0 time looking for a group. You click the node, you're in, you're out. You can see the mission time was 6 minutes and 2 seconds, and that includes me talking to you guys and doing the whole setup in the early time. So that's a quick, simple 5 minutes. As you saw, it was easy to breeze through that. You can only imagine how equally simple the next 10, 15, 20 minutes are, so on and so forth. As the level difficulty time scales up, you reach a point where staying longer is not any more efficient. You're better off to just leave and reset and go back in against the, you know what I mean? Like, you're not, why continue going against level 12,000 when you can just go back in against level 20s? You know what I mean? Part of it's for fun. I love it. Like, the endurance thing is, that's a whole separate section. But if you're just trying to farm Kuva, do 30 minutes, do an hour, do 2 hours, get out, reset, rinse and repeat. And there's no need to be sitting in there all goddamn day. It's not any more efficient by doing it for a longer amount of time than it is the same amount of time in shorter shorter spans. But that's an introduction to Kuva 101 with a Desekros setup. Make sure you're Eternal Shield, and that will get you easy Buva really, I don't want to say fast, because floods and siphons are faster.
Operator,
but
did
that
you
will
hear
get
that?
you.
It said cosmic background radiation is a riot.
Apparently so. It's even got me laughing. But that's a really simple, basic setup. It's easy to acquire. Doesn't require a lot of work, especially in terms of forma and whatnot, putting actual effort into the build itself, and works with any weapon combination. It's the frame that's doing all the work here, and not the weapons. So whatever you want to kill with is fine. It's just the ShieldDesekros that's doing the immortality thing and keeping you alive. It's the extra loot air support survival doohickey, same deal. So that's a simple one, and hope you guys can use that to get started with some introduction solo Kuva, because to be honest, you can go solo in the time it will take somebody to find a 4-person group to do a 30-minute run. You'll have done 20 minutes of the 30-minute run by yourself, and it's not going to be any faster for them because it's timed. So that's it for now. Have fun earning Kuva, and good luck with your rolls. Hopefully you guys get something as fantastic as I finally get when I stop collecting. We'll see how high I get. That's the irony of that statement. 2.5 million is coming up pretty quick, so there'll be a 2.5 million video for sure. That I can't roll till I hit 2.5. It's too close, especially after that. But that is for another day. Until that day, or sometime before that, thank you all for coming out. I appreciate you spending a couple of minutes of your time here with me. Hopefully you learned something, and hopefully you laughed a little bit, and hopefully you had some fun too. And I will see you all on our next visit to Tenoville.